mighty. Not because you want to, but you have to. Be bold and no time to be bashful. Grab life by the horns like a natural. Be sharp, be quick, and be agile. Never ever let a competitor catch you. Stay ahead of whatever is trying to pass you. Though it's not a race, sometimes that's how you gotta operate.
Hello and welcome. My name is Samuel Ray, and this is Art of Rally. So things have been very interesting lately. I actually tried to record the weekly last week, and surprise, surprise, the OBS software decided to just nope, and the the file just went kaput, so it was unusable. Anyway, I'm not sure if I even introduced myself. I'm really off right now. My name is Samuel Ray, also known as Dr. Sam, and yeah, things have been tough lately to try and continue content creation and stay motivated. Yeah, things have been really stagnant, kind of a step back in terms of growth. Plateaued hard, growth has halted, engagement has gone backwards, and I have less time than ever for recording, editing, and I would like to stream, but I just don't have the time for it. So yeah, if you get any enjoyment out of this video or anything else I've uploaded, I definitely would appreciate a like and especially a subscribe. Honestly, those things are free. They don't cost you anything, just a couple of clicks or taps, and it would help me a lot in just knowing whether or not anyone wants me to continue doing this, because I'm trying to find some motivation and trying to adjust to my new life circumstances to figure out how to keep going with this, how to kind of reinvigorate the enjoyment. Now, Art of Rally, I really have a lot of fun with this game, so whether I'm making content about it or not, I'm going to keep playing. And right now, my goal in the weeklies is get a top 50% performance. The closest I've come is 65, top 65% twice. So, depending on the stage and the road conditions and the type of car I'm given, which during the weeklies everyone has the same car and the same series of 4 stages with a repair stop in the middle, but you don't know what you're going to get before you start the weekly, but everyone is using the same stuff, so you get to compare yourself to everyone else. I do mine right before the reset for the weeklies, so I get to see how I stack up against every single other person who attempted it, and no additional attempts will be made after the end of my video. So let's begin this. Car that is being used here looks to me kind of like a Lancer, but I'm not entirely sure. Actually, it kind of has some shades of GTR. It's not GTR, but I don't think that's a rally car. Ooh, okay. Trying to see, get a feel for this and see if it's a rear wheel or an all wheel. Traction feels pretty good despite being a rainy state. Oh, never mind. We're sideways. I think it's a rear wheel. I don't know though. The way it pulls, it kind of just goes in the direction that the nose is pointed quite well. Not much cam steering required. No. Get back on the road. Okay. There we go. Of course, I have to start on a rainy stage too before I even get a chance to get accustomed to the car in normal conditions. Oh lord. Really, rally is all about throttle control. Don't be afraid to brake to shift the load to the front. Steering wheels. On a turn. Better to keep control than to focus on going fast. Come on, straighten out. There we go. These puddles make straightening out very difficult. This steel rail is just... they got they're like lining flex tape or something. Where they just grip onto your car and spin you out. They're scraping it. Sounds like a turbo flutter. So this is definitely something turbocharged. Ooh, that was the tightest cut I've done on the railing. Alright, let's see if I can keep this thing under control now. Okay, that was some good cuts. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, get back on the tarmac. There we go. Gotta start your braking much earlier because of the rain. Very slippery road conditions. Nope, don't cut too hard. Okay. Whew. Come on. No, 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 no. They're cut too tight. Tarmac, there we go. Yeah, that was much better. Darn these puddles. Get back on the road. Wish I wasn't ready. Holy smokes. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's a BMW. Hey, I got top 55% performance on that stage with this car. Really looks like front of it just really gives me some like Skyline GTR vibes. I'm just not sure which car it's supposed to be. The next stage does not involve rain. Maybe I can get a feel for how this thing really performs. Right now, it doesn't matter if you're using all-wheel drive or not. Low traction is low traction. All-wheel will help you, but it's not gonna eliminate all slip. These things are super slippery in the rain. Nothing's worse than water when you need grip. Even gravel and sand give you better traction than a flat surface like tarmac with rain on it. This stage is supposed to be the Mount Akina downhill, so real initial D vibes. At least a part of Mahogany. I doubt it's like one-to-one modeled after it, but it's more inspired by. Okay, good. Gravel, no rain. Alright, let's see how this thing really wants to handle. Not a song. See, sunset is when this game's vibes are just the best. See, once you get these sun rays coming in. Oh god, I'm focusing too much on the visuals, not enough on my driving. Okay. No. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't count as too deep a cut. Okay. No. Straighten out. Okay. Now, see, now I'm not so sure this is an all-wheel drive car. Because if it were, it wouldn't want to slide this much. It wouldn't want to spin this much. Oh, oh my god. Okay, you know what? I think wet tarmac might actually be better than gravel. Oddly enough. Come on. Okay, this thing might actually be a rear-wheel drive car. How spin happy seems to be getting on the gravel. Ugh. No, no. Fine. Straighten out, keep going. See, this thing, I don't even have to use the handbrake when this thing really wants to just go sideways. I'm literally just using standard braking grips. And this thing wants to go bonkers sideways. I have to baby the throttle. So yeah, I did do better on the wet asphalt than I did on the dry gravel in this particular car. At least in as far as my performance in relation to everyone else. I got top 55% performance on the previous stage, and then top, I think it said 65% on this one. 60. Yeah, trying to go flat out during acceleration just was not working out for me. It was once I figured out how to properly feather the throttle, be very light on it in turns, and then only go pedal to the metal on straights, or at least loose turns. That was the only way I was able to keep it under control. You know what? We'll take a 360 spin. That is always better than a 180. 180s are much harder to recover from. I'd rather spin all the way around than just keep it pushing. That was actually a really good cut. See, yeah, once I started being very light on the throttle, that's when my control stepped up a notch. You can see the difference here throughout the rest of the track. You can't just try to go fast all the time. You gotta focus on control through the turns and then push up the speed in the straights, or at least the loose, like what the term was. I think like the 5s and the 6 turns rather than the 2 and the 1 turns. At least as far as the terminology used in World Rally pace notes goes. So much more control there. Now we get a repair stop to see how much damage I've taken. And 2 more stages. Tarna-verse. Okay, it doesn't look like it's raining, but it is fog. The suspension took damage? I think this is the first time I've ever had that happen in this game. Cleaning the car reduces drag. Oh, it actually explains what each thing does. Suspension damage decreases stability and will put steering out of alignment. Turbo damage reduces acceleration top speed. Gearbox increases time to shift gears. Radiator damage causes engine overheating, reducing acceleration and top speed. Engine reduces acceleration top speed and increases the chance of the engine stall. I've never had the engine stall before. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so we've got tarmac but no rain. I'm just going to push it just a little harder. Back on the tarmac. Take no 5-second penalty restarts or respawns. Should have put the handbrake there. Oh, no. Why do you want to spin when I accelerate? Nope. Oh, freaking metal railings. come on. Man, I initiated that. I took that turn way too... Bring out. Called it right on that one. I saw the elevation change, decided to really hit the brakes before getting the wheels off the ground sideways. That would have been a headache and some damage, which is what I don't need for the final stage. Oh, come on. I just bumped that with the rear end. I shouldn't have spun me like that. Okay, good cut. I wasn't aware of that elevation change, though. Could have been worse if I was going faster. Dang it. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Come on, straighten out. Let's go. Too tight. You gotta be kidding me. No. Come the heck on. It's baby acceleration. This is why I probably will never buy a rear-wheel drive car in real life. The oversteer is just... Nah, didn't go very well. 65% is not all top 65%. Pick up my phone and I drop it. That's just been my day today. Ugh. Final stage, here we go. Nope. Whoa. Let me flip. Okay, so now we're on the dirt. That's totally different handling. And I'm just gonna grab traction. Now we get to really get up to speed. That was super close. Okay. Straighten out, please. Jeez. Just want some all-wheel drive. There's only 2 front-wheel drive cars in the game, so give me some more all-wheel drive in these vehicles, please. Seems to be when I do my best. Trucks got in my way. Oh my goodness, I think that was the best drift run I've done in quite a while. No. I'm trying to coast into more turns. That way I can maintain some momentum and grip. 55% performance on that stage. That under those weather conditions. Going light on the throttle, super gradual, it seems to be the way to go. A lot of these rear-wheel drive cars, and it's not the easiest thing to do on a PS4 controller. For whatever reason, it's just not the most, like the trigger doesn't have enough struggle to have super granular control. I think so far in this game, my favorite cars, one of my favorites, I forget which one it is, but it was like in one of the most recent videos I uploaded, it's a turbocharged inline 4 rear-wheel drive, but the weight distribution made it actually feel good. It was a little more prone to understeer than oversteer, which allowed me to feel more in control even when putting the hammer down. And the drifts, the inertia on the drifts just felt good. In the video titled "My New Favorite Car?" Like, literally, that was just the best feeling rear-wheel drive I've played in this game. Alright, let's see how I did overall. Top 55%. I'm not sure why the text is overlaid like that. It's a little odd. But yeah, top 55% in the world. Closest I've come to breaking top 50%. So close. Dang. That's crazy. Man, and I've been super rusty and out of practice because I haven't been able to play this much lately. 55%, top 55% of the world. I almost had it. Wow. If only I was able to save myself a little bit of those spins, I probably would have had some. Or if it was the same stages, same weather, but an all-wheel drive, I probably would have killed it and hit top 50%. Of course, it's not as granular. It doesn't show it by like percents. Like, it's not going to show you when you're top 56 or 57. It's by increments of 5. But still, I bet you maybe top 300 might have been top 50 or something around that. So close. Well, all right. My best performance thus far, though. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to keep going at this, just because I really enjoy Art of Rally, and I want to hit that top 50%. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything we can really do once I hit that, but, you know, it's a goal that we're aiming for, and so I'm going to keep trying at it until I get it. So like I said at the beginning, my motivation and just growth have kind of bottomed out a little bit lately. Like I said, I still want to keep doing this because at least I have some sort of a goal to aim for, right? Something I can attain with enough experience and a little bit of random chance to get a good combination of a car I'm good with and some good stages with good weather conditions. But regardless, that's all part of rally. You know, you can't control the weather. You can only try to predict it. So yeah, it's a goal I can work towards. So I'm going to keep going in this series at least until I hit that point. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, please do those YouTube things, the like and subscribe. They're completely free, cost only 2 clicks or 2 taps if you're on mobile. And they help me out a lot. Honestly, I need as much support as I can get at this point, because I think it was like almost 90% of my watchers in the last month have been unsubscribed. So, like, you know, just go ahead and do that. And it'll help my channel grow a lot. And honestly, at this point, those subscriptions are the best thing you can do for me. And then likes will help YouTube to push my videos in the algorithm a bit more. And then same with commenting, you know, if you play this game or you're a fan of Rally, let me know, I don't know, what your favorite car is, whether or not it's your favorite car to drive in the game or your favorite just as a fan of Rally. And then, you know, feel free to give me any kind of feedback on, you know, ways that I can try and make this a bit more of a rewarding endeavor, or ways I can keep it more consistent, ways I can try and reduce the scuff, because while the scuff factor is part of my, not only my identity as a content creator, but my whole life, my very existence, you know, if you've got any advice on how to help prevent like OBS just totally dropping the ball on and noping out my files during saving or anything else like that, right? Just whatever you want to share with me or any thoughts you might have. With that said, I am going to call it here. This has been Samuel Ray, and I hope to see you in the next thing I upload. Regardless, you have a great rest of your day. Later.